First thing you think about when you're talking tech, except maybe the controversy over goal line technology. What are the players and coaches? You ever wondered how they deploy the latest kit to keep themselves 1 yard ahead of the competition? Well, Richard Taylor went along to the England team's headquarters to find out.
Nestled in the heart of England beats the heart of English football. St George's Park has been a decade in the making, and for the first time, a place all 24 national teams, from senior first 11 through to junior girls, can call home. With 8 pitches, 2 hotels and state-of-the-art sports facilities, it's been future-proofed to provide a truly 21st century environment for training.
One of the really useful things that we've done here is give players and coaches the ability to capture information in real time, but then have that available to them at any time in the future. So whether they be back in their room, in the training centre, wherever they might be, they can still access that information, analyse it, and obviously look to get better through it.
So today it's my turn to get a taste of what the players experience. A quick practice on one of the 2 international-sized pitches tells me there's a bit of room for improvement in my own game before I hit the big time. But the pros don't need intuition, they have data by the bucket load to help them and their coaches. A dressing room dressing down used to consist of a pep talk and a bottle of orange squash. Not anymore. Here the centrepiece is a touchscreen TV connected to a laptop. It lets the coach perform highly sophisticated analysis of first half play, information which has been manually put into tablets from data collectors around the stadium. They measure things like successful passes, crosses, set plays and formations. All that data is synced up with video from strategically placed cameras. Using some software, the coach can jump to any point in time and point out areas for improvement. For example, underperformers may need to pace themselves to retain their stamina or change their positioning. In all, it's a hatful of tricks and tools to help deliver a comprehensive win in the second half. Well, that's the theory. After the game, all that video and data can be crunched anew. Editing facilities compile and distribute the high or low lights online to give players and manager a chance to comment and reflect before they meet their next opponents. And it's not just players who benefit. The philosophy here is to impact the entire footballing ecosystem up and down the land.
Whether it's analysing a player's position on the pitch, analysing their performance in terms of running, whatever data we can actually collect that enhances their performance or enhances the coach's performance, those small differences add up to, well, we hope a significant difference in time.
But this place isn't just about improving performance through analysis. At its core, it's a training ground, keeping players at their peak fitness. And that's where the Human Performance Lab comes into play. At first glance, it looks just like your average gym, but on closer inspection, all the kit is pretty special. First stop for me, measure my vitals. These scales are so advanced, they measure not only your overall fat percentage, but break it down limb by chubby limb. They also give a frankly disquieting level of detail about your body's composition.
Wow, look at that, isn't that incredible? Fat, bone, protein. Well, lots of food for thought there, and maybe a little less food needed in there. Who knew that was made up of 59% water? Football is increasingly about athleticism, and to win the game you need to stay ahead of the game. This pressure plate is connected up to sensors. It analyses your balance, both when you're standing or walking. The heat map showing exactly how you distribute your weight. And this treadmill has a slow-motion camera combined with software to give players sophisticated gait analysis when they're running. All in all, both machines can identify potential problem areas before they become real injuries. Reactions are a vital part of the game. This helps monitor and improve peripheral vision, great for goalies where every split second counts. Now, it might look and sound a bit clinical, and indeed this place can be a bit short on atmosphere. Take this altitude chamber, which gives you a punishing workout by taking you a mile high in a matter of seconds. Aim higher still and you can get a workout which is well and truly uplifting. Let me introduce you to the anti-gravity treadmill, only found in very few elite sporting establishments. Air is pumped into the chamber, sealing in my lower body to reduce the effects of gravity by up to 80%. It feels a little bit like I'm running on air.
And that's putting a lot less pressure on my joints, which of course is perfect for people who need to preserve them at all costs, like athletes, footballers, or even, of course, just simply people recovering from injury. A similar take on this concept is found in the hydration pool. Here, the water buoyancy is taking the strain. So, after all that intense training, the real question, at least for me, has my own play improved? Yes, seems like there's still a little way to go.
Don't worry, Rich, at least you know what the goal looks like, which is more than I do. Richard Taylor there. Anyway, we move on. Now, this week's Webscape starts with a musical theme, and it's specifically for anyone who's ever wanted to learn to play an instrument. Now, the guitar is apparently a good one to start with, and Kate Russell has a little something to help get you strumming.
One of the many ways the web has made learning more accessible is interactive music lessons. We've seen a few over the months, but here's a really simple and effective option if you want something free and simple that you can run at your own pace. Instinct. Like Guitar Bots that we looked at a few months ago, this app recognises the notes played through a microphone or the sound input. This isn't a game in the same way as Guitar Bots is, so it's not nearly as engaging. That said, you won't have to pay a monthly subscription. If you don't have a guitar, like me, you can play along virtually, although there isn't really that much point as you're just twanging the strings as they become active on the screen. Sign up at yearofrock.com for a weekly lesson delivered by email. It's a good way to get a gentle reminder about your ambitions to become a rock star.
If you've not been alone much, or if when you were, you weren't okay with it, then just wait. You'll find it's fine to be alone once you're embracing it.
If you're more of a sit back and observe kind of person, check out this daily feed of inspiration at getinspired365.com. With a mixture of pictures, quotes and video, this collection has been lovingly compiled by hand, and it really hits the spot if you need a little morale boost.
If you're shy, you can hang out with yourself in mirrors. You could put headphones in.
The creators of this site started the database off by scouring the web for all the most amazing and inspiring content they could find, but you are encouraged to add your own to the collection so that it can grow organically. Subscribe to the site for a daily dose of internet goodness by email, or just browse through the archive until your emotional cup runneth over and you can get on with your day with a renewed sense of purpose.
The only way that you can really try to put it into scale with human reference is if you imagine Manhattan, this whole massive city just breaking apart in front of your eyes.
This is Cam McWhorter from the Wall Street Journal. I'm in Portsmouth, Virginia. Heavy rain all day.
We're getting more used to experiencing life in bite-sized pieces online. Twitter in 140 characters, Vine in video snips of 6 seconds. But if you want visuals with a little more punch, check out Tout, the new micro-blogging platform that lets you record or upload 15-second clips to share with the world.
We have something via Tout, which is kind of like video for Twitter.
As we see citizen reporting becoming an increasingly important part of news delivery, this is exactly the kind of service that will make it easier than ever to get local stories out to the world really quickly, especially with the addition of free iOS and Android apps. If you followed our team at Mobile World Congress, you'll have seen Richard Taylor's touts from the expo floor. You might also notice he goes on a bit.
Could this be the ultimate small PC in a box now?
Up to 45 seconds. That's because media professionals can apply for upgraded accounts that give you 30 and 45 seconds record options. For everyone else, the limit is still 15 seconds, but it forces a headline state of mind, which I kind of like, and is perfect for building a conversation through the comments.
Hi Kate, I love the background. I mean, England, Scotland and Ireland are beautiful.
New out this week and causing a bit of a buzz, the perfect way to feel smug about your finances. Or not, as the case may be. GlobalRichList.com lets you compare your personal wealth with the rest of humanity, along with some rather thought-provoking stats. And last week we reported on Twitter's new music service, but how's it shaping up? Well, it recommends music based on the artists you follow and some complex algorithms around track sharing. Personally, I only follow one artist, although he is pretty awesome. So what are my recommendations? How on earth do you get from Tim Minchin to failed X Factor contestants Jedward? At this point, I'm afraid it lost all credibility for me. Thankfully, without a premium Spotify or radio account, I could only listen to a short preview.
Kate Russell's Webscape, and as usual, all of those links are up at our website, bbc.co.uk/click. And while you're there, you'll find a load of other tech stuff to read through and watch too, including a link to the Click radio show, which is on the BBC World Service. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can. We're on the email, click@bbc.co.uk, and you'll also find us socially on Google+, Facebook and Twitter, to name but 3. That is it from Dublin though, so thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.